Nation, Sgibs here for another exciting edition. It is not your den, it is not my den, but it is the Mad Den, aka the Laser Show, the internet's most passionate show about John Madden Football 2011 by EA Sports, baby. Kicking off with a bang, show number 95, Nueve Cinco edition. Today we're going to continue on with our San Diego Chargers. We actually hit the depth chart for them, but today we're also going to look at more of an in-depth look at the nickel sub formation. It can be found in a lot of different books, specifically Baltimore Ravens, Green Bay Packers, as well as the New York Jets defensive books. Now, we touched base on the cover 3, our base play last time, our last show, show 94. Today, though, we're going to take a look at a combination of A-gap pressure and outside C-gap pressure that we're trying to coax our opponent into picking which one they want to defend, and at the same time, we're trying to kind of play reverse psychology. So, make them pick to block up the A-gap, and then we send C-gap, and then vice versa. That way, we're able to sneak in pressure. We'll be able to be a very effective formation. Very excited about this formation. It hasn't seen a big comeback since Madden 2010, when it was probably the most heralded formation in the entire game. But it is making a strong comeback. We're about to show you how we like to use this, especially with the zone format. This is more of a zone formation due to the problems that arise with the man alignment functionality in the game. So, any questions that you guys have, feel free to leave it down in the chat. Feel free to send me a message on Instant Messenger. My screen name is Madden Bible. You can message me on Twitter at Sgibs7. Farles is at Madden Bible. You can also send us email as well, maddenbible@gmail.com. Feel free to, whenever, you guys, feel free to message us whenever. If you guys have a specific show or specific breakdown you want done, let us know. Otherwise, we'll continue on with our segment after we focus on Irish fans, San Diego Chargers, and nickel sub formation here. We'll actually get back in touch with our Pittsburgh Steelers defensive breakdown, as well as their full scheme breakdown. But a couple things in the news today. The BYU standout Brandon Davies, some major controversy surrounding his kicking off of the team with actually his ex-girlfriend. It wasn't his ex-girlfriend. It was actually the bishop's daughter in the area. This is allegedly, keep in mind, but feel free to pipe in. Do you think that he should have been kicked off the team? Do you think that he should have been able to stay on the team? I personally, I think that in a normal society, not at Brigham Young, I think that boys will be boys. But when it comes down to it, he signed a code, an honor code. He signed a piece of paper said he would honor that. And for that, I think that the punishment fits the bill. There's also reports that he will be able to be back on the team next year. He's the division championship or conference championship past weekend. He actually was on the bench and helped celebrate, cut down a net. So he's still being able to be a part of the team. He just can't play. Unfortunately, that hurts BYU's chances tremendously coming up in March Madness. BYU with Jimmer Fredette front runner's got to be, but if you feel, you think that you can pick March Madness, BYU, what are your thoughts? Do you think that they have a chance now to deserve, the #1 seed? Should it be a 2? Should it be a 3? Should they be the #1 seed and put out West or put out East somewhere? Not truly the #1 seed. So leave your feedback. The tournament is coming up this week. Selection show Sunday, this upcoming Sunday, also when we change our clocks back. So a lot of exciting things happening this weekend. So feel free to pipe in. Let us know what your thoughts are. Who's going to win it? What do you think about BYU? What do you think about Brandon Davies? And is Jimmer Fredette the real deal Holyfield? So enough of the jibba jabba though. Let's get the zoom in. Let's get this party started, and let's do the thing here. The tips part. Here we go. That was a quick zoom, huh? Zoom. That was a pretty quick zoom. Get in on that TV. A little crooked. For those of you that didn't know out there in MB Nation land, this is Das Laser Show, the internet's most passionate show about John Madden Football 2011. 69 days. 69 days. Something exciting is going to happen You guys have been waiting patiently. There's still no one's been able to guess it right. Not my fault, not my problem. One of these days, someone will get it right. But show number 95, MaddenBible.com. Follow me on Twitter, Sgibs7. Today, we're talking about the nickel sub formation. And let's get to the breaketh downeth. What I want to specifically, let's make sure the screen looks good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So what I want to talk about, I come out in 5 wide, and explaining why I come out in 5 wide. I always say when you're labbing defense and you're practicing defense, to make sure to see how the pressure is working, you want to come out in a formation that there's no blocking ability, it's just offensive line, and then you see if you can get the pressure, and then from there you start assigning pass protection to see how the blitz can be picked up. But back to the blitz, let's just recover real quick the cover 3 from last week. What we do here is we spread the line, crash the line down, blitz outside linebacker here, blitz the DN down, take this Williams here, you can put him on contain over the middle, over the D tackle here if you'd like, and then shade the safeties in, take your free safety, move them up in the box, yellow zone here, and the idea what we're trying to do here is good yellow zones defending. We're trying to create pressure off the edge, make one of the weak side tackles, guards, or center recover. If they do recover, that's okay, but the idea is to make them make a play on our blitzers. So here's the pressure, and that you know, hey, I will live with that because look how far that tackle had to go, and he actually did a great job of recovering. So watch this. He slides all the way out across the field and picks up the pressure. I'm okay with that, but look at the coverage. Coverage is a defender in every area, and that's what we want. We want him to throw the ball into a spot in the field where we have a guy there, hopefully make a bad throw, a bad read, pressure gets there. That's the idea. Then don't forget, same play, you can still bring A-gap heat with the same play. What I like about it though is the fact that you have good coverage behind it. So here's the A-gap heat, pressure's coming, trying to get it off, good yellow zone. So you can bring A-gap heat, just a lot of versatility of what you can do with this formation. So that's why ultimately I really like it a lot. So nothing to here. Don't be afraid to do this. Blitz them off the edge here. Don't be afraid to try that out. You know, so now you just have an extra guy, extra zone. You might it might be easy for the tackle to recover here on the side, but don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid. More yellows, more coverage. You know, don't be afraid to make a play is what I'm saying. So, you know, maybe they'll use flat protection, but that's okay. You know, we have great zone coverage all over the field. 3 deep shell. For just a 4-man pass rush, you can't beat that type of pass rush. So, without further ado, let's get into today's breakdown. I just wanted to touch base on that real quick for the guys that missed show number 94. The play we're going to look at is called Storm Red. Storm Red from the New York Jets nickel sub formation. Offense, when you're at home, I hope you're practicing along as we're going through the setups. Inside cross. We just want to take a 5-wide play. Now, first and foremost, what I like to do in this play is I like to show blitz, fake blitz. And what that is, I hit triangle on the PS3 and then left on the D-pad. What that does, I'm on answer. What that is, all that's doing is, let me get off answer. So what I want to do is I want to get my defenders in this position when I fake blitz like this. I want these guys close to the line of scrimmage. So that's why I fake blitz. So if I don't fake blitz, see how they're just kind of a little farther away, and if I bump and run man aligned, they stay out there, and I don't want them at that depth. So what I want to do is I show blitz, and it just moves them up a little bit closer without me having to manually move them. So that's why I do that. Next what I do is I put, we'll start with the defensive line. So what I'll do is the right of screen defensive end, I put him on a spy. The right of screen D tackle, I'll place him on a contain. And we go to our lefty tackle, I place him on a purple route. Next, I take the inside middle linebacker, DeMarcus Ware, so that's your starting middle linebacker. I put him in the A-gap, like I'm blitzing A-gap, and I drop him in a deep blue zone. Next, I take the other linebacker that's in the yellow zone here, Spears. I place him on a purple route and stack him in the A-gap like I'm sending A-gap pressure. Next, I control the free safety, and I want to control him in this slot area. That's where my main focus is that slot. The last setup that we like to do here is to shade the safeties in, just because we want to try and protect that slot a little bit, because the slot is can be very weak against this formation. So that's where you're going to want to attack this style of defense, is actually the seams. So off the bat here, you'll see what we're trying to do is we're trying to force our opponent to respect the A-gap pressure. So what's going to happen is if they slide protect down, and I'll show you I'm slide protecting down, which is down, down, down on the D-pad there. Now, on slide protecting down, the idea we're trying to do is make them think, okay, A-gap pressure's coming. They choose and they set up to stop the A-gap. Once they do that, slide protect down, the pressure will come in off the edge here, and that is what we're looking for. The pressure comes in off the edge, and we're only rushing. We have one contain, we have two outside pass rushers. So to show you what that looks like defensively, I mean, look at the coverage on the field. I mean, guys are going every which way. I mean, if you throw to the middle of the field, you're asking for trouble, and we all know how everyone loves to throw to the middle of the field. So middle of the field is a big thing, especially this year's game. So when we have all these guys just doing mass confusion over the middle of the field, that's what you can expect, is some bad reads, some bad throws. But as the play opens up, you can even see that coverage is still good. We have a defender in literally every area of the field, and that's what we're looking for. We also have that user defender that we're showing. So we'll show you that setup again, because a lot of guys might say, well, you can't get all those setups in real quick. So here I go. Oh, my button got stuck. My button got stuck. So in game I would have gotten stuck there, but my button got stuck. Okay. So one more time, clean run here. Fake blitz. Get over here with Answa, whatever his name is, and now I'm ready to go. So the play's set up. Fake blitz. Slide protect down. Pressure will come off the edge here. Pressure throws into coverage, and that's what you can expect to happen. So, so now if your opponent, for example, say if your opponent starts recognizing that the pressure is coming off the right edge. So what they're going to do is they're going to be smart about it, right? And they're going to say, okay, well, I'm not going to let you get the pressure off the right edge. I'm going to slide protect. So this is what you can expect if they slide protect right. Slide protect right, same play, pressure off the opposite edge, forces. The pressure didn't get in there, but what happens is you feel that pressure. And you guys should all know what I mean by this. You feel the pressure, because when you're in the pocket and you're seeing this guy come off the edge here, it almost feels as though that pressure is getting in. Even though the offensive lineman does get on the inside of him, we still have defenders everywhere. We force a throw right into coverage. We take the ball carrier down for a minimal gain. That's ideally what we're looking for. Now, to really make this whole play tick, what you need to do is you have to have the stones, you have to have the cojones to call the cover 2. You have to call the cover 2. I mean, you can call the cover 3, you can, but you're going to be very weak in the flat against that. So what I like to do, you're going to get a lot of guys that they're going to start trying to attack you in the flat when you call that defense, because that other defense is pretty weak as well in the flat. It's weak in the seams and it's weak in the flat. So if they start quick passing in the flat, you need to be aware. As well, if they don't keep anyone in the pass protect. So if you don't keep anyone in the pass protect, you need to do something along the lines like this. So you're going to want to fake blitz. It's going to put your guys in the same position. Now this time you're going to cover 2. So we'll show you what that looks like. So here we are, fake blitz. What I like to do is then take both of the linebackers that we stacked in the A-gap before. This time we blitz them straight down. And then we're user Answa off the middle of the field here. We have to be aware what their hot read is. In a scenario like this, I might really be prepared to look to defend the right side of the field, because there's 3 wide receivers there. So a flat route, a streak, and a corner route, I'm very weak against. So you just got to be aware of that. And what you're going to want to do in this situation, if they do look to hot read to the flat, let's see if we have a flat pass here. They have a flat route. They don't. Let's see if we can find a flat route that we can use. We can't all have a lot of this formation. Never mind. Let's see. Okay, we'll use the Williams route. So here's what's going to happen. Here's Williams. The pressure's coming. They might not be ready for it. wrong team there. Here comes the pass. Williams, throw right to the flat. And that's what you can expect. So when you start, you got to catch them off guard. This is the ultimate reverse psychology game here. This is pick your poison. This is a lot of control and a lot of the responsibility of this 2 blitz package here is your ability to recognize what your opponent's doing. Now, I know there's going to be guys that come back to me and say, I'm using your blitz and it's not working. Well, my first question I will say to you is, are you using only one of them, the majority of the time? This is a 2 blitz combination play that you really, really, really need to mix in very well. Hold on 1 second, phone call. Hey, what's up? I know, can I give you a call back real quick? Okay, thanks. Bye. Alright, National Live Internet, had to pick up the phone. So you have to have the ability to mix up your play calling. This isn't something that you're going to get away with, just calling the same play over and over again. So I stress the fact that you recognize what your opponent's doing and you adjust to what they're doing. Try and be two, three plays ahead of them and think, okay, 3rd and 2, maybe they're going to go to the flat, set up the 6-8 gap pressure. And what happens is, what makes this formation and this 2 blitz package work is the fact that your opponent really has to respect that A-gap pressure. And what happens is, if they don't respect the A-gap pressure, look to send it. But what's going to happen is they're going to try and slide protect down, and that is when you have to be able to recognize, okay, they're going to slide protect